On today's episode, I'm going to try to game on a dual-core processor in 2026. I have no idea how this is going to go, but let's give it a shot. The processor we got today is a Intel Pentium G2020. This is a 2-core, 2-thread processor from January 21st of 2013, and it is only running at 2.9 gigahertz. This is pretty much a 3rd generation Intel Core i3 that's cut down, if I recall correctly. The rest of our system, we have paired up 16 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM running at 1600 megahertz. And this gets even more interesting now. I decided to pair up a GPU to this. And this might be a little bit ballsy. We don't know how this is going to go. I decided to pair up the AMD RX 480 4GB to this. Oh boy. This thing is probably going to bottleneck. I don't know. We might be surprised how it performs with a dual-core processor. One way to only find out. Let's get right into it. Dude, I don't know why this computer sounds like a jet taking off, but f it, it will do for the video. Starting off the video nice and light, we got some Minecraft. We have the latest version loaded up on here. We've got our resolution at 1920 by 1080. We got 8 chunks on here. I'll tell you what, our frame rates are actually fantastic. They're very high. They're up in the 200s and 300s. But the only thing is that I have to disclose here is the stuttering is really bad. Like, I could not get any FPS figures. My MSI Afterburner did not want to record it for some apparent reason. You gotta go based off of what I tell you. But I saw the frames drop down to even the teens and then shoot right back up to 200 or 300. Yeah, I would say, is it playable? Yeah, sorta. If you can deal with the real major stuttering and lag spikes out of nowhere because literally the processor is maxed the f out, then I would say so. But other than that, it even struggles to play Minecraft. Loaded up some Call of Duty Black Ops 3 on this computer. We have it at a very unusual resolution. We have it at 2880 by 1800. I believe that's a 16 by 10 aspect ratio. And we are running actually high settings. Our frames do jump up and down. They seem to be averaging around the mid 40s, mid 50s, going into the 60s, as high as 70, dropping down into like the 30s and 40s, low 40s. Honestly, this game is pretty playable on this setup, even though this is such a massive bottleneck to this processor. I would definitely say this is playable on here, even at this really strange resolution it chose. For some odd reason, I just could not get it to run at 1080p or 2560 by 1440 or 3840 by 2160. It just chose this one and that's it. I tried firing up GTA 5 and it took absolutely decades to just load into the game. But once it loaded in, our game was like this. Things were not loading in, the ground was missing, the game was stuttering really bad. Mind you, I'm running this at 1920 by 1080, so 1080p with normal settings, and this processor just absolutely hates this game. Like, holy shit. This was a disaster of an experience. No matter what I did, if I was just playing story mode, this was pretty unplayable. Even if I loaded up the benchmark, it was just horrendous. The frames would just be jumping up and down and it would just stutter like a motherfucker. It was just no good. For the hell of it, I fired up some Doom. We've got the game at 1080p with the high settings. To be quite surprised, we are getting some pretty playable frame rate on this. Yeah, I mean, definitely the RX 480 can rack out some better frames. We are playing this on a dual-core processor after all. The game is not stuttering, the game is not lagging. We're getting around 60 to 70 frames, going down into the 40s and 50s sometimes. But we are having a playable experience and the game looks good and feels pretty smooth. So definitely got one game that runs pretty decent on here. Finally got something. I can't believe this runs better than Minecraft or something. What the fuck? Yes, I really just did fire up some Cyberpunk on it. Why not? And we have our settings at 1080p with low. And we're actually getting barely some playable frames. It's jumping around in the 30s, the mid 30s, going down into the 20s, mid 20s. The game does not feel the greatest. However, I am playing through the game and I'm even surprised this game fired up, to be quite honest with you. But as far as being somewhat playable, yeah, kind of feels sluggish, but hey, it played Cyberpunk, I'll give it that. I haven't put this game in a video in a long time. We've got some Halo Master Chief Collection. We've got our game running at 1080p with the original graphics. Just walking around in the game, looking around. Pretty good frame rates. We're getting around 50 to 60. Very playable. It looks very beautiful up until you get into the combat. Oh my god. Once you start shooting at the enemies and fighting them, oh, it's a freaking disaster. Holy shit. It looks so good up until you decided to fight and it's like, the CPU just falls on its face. Yeah, no bueno. I tried to load up some Fortnite on here and the game would just take forever to load. It would never load. And when it did load, the game would crash every single time. So it is a no-go on this one. This is a repeating trend on this computer. On some of the games it just takes absolutely forever to load up these games. I tried firing up some CS on here. It literally took 20 to 30 minutes up until I got up to the loading screen. And when it was up on the loading screen, it was just compiling the shaders one after the other. I'm like, are you kidding me, you know? So it never got into the game. It actually just ended up freezing the computer altogether, and I didn't want to wait another 30 minutes of my life. Aside from all that f***ery, I decided to load up some Overwatch, and we've got our settings actually at 4K now, so 3840 by 2160, and we are running the high settings. Our frames being like that aren't our biggest issue here. The issue is when you start fighting the enemies like how we had in Halo, the game just absolutely shits itself. Like, the frames are just so bad, they're so low, it even locks up and freezes. This game is just absolutely unplayable on this system. Do not play this game on this CPU and this GPU. For a matter of fact, the GPU is actually way too strong for this processor. Well, no shit, we fucking knew that from the beginning. Regardless of that, this game is a no-go. Fired up this old classic of a game, some Team Fortress 2. We have the game at 4K with the highest settings, and our frame rate is actually pretty respectable. We're getting around the hundreds, the low hundreds, around 90 to 80, 70 FPS. The lowest I saw was 50, but the game is not stuttering. It's pretty smooth. Honestly, more than playable. It could do a lot better than that. This card would be pushing a lot higher frame rates with a lot stronger of a processor. Hey, you know what? For once, our processor's not at 100% now, which is actually crazy to see because that processor was chilling at 100%, just idling in Windows 10. Like, what the hell, bro? Hey, you definitely could play some Team Fortress 2 on this. Not that I would recommend this combo, but you can do it. Well, I wanted to run Valorant on this thing, but you cannot run it on here because this doesn't have TPM 2.0. It has like 1 point something on there. I saw this TPM header on this motherboard, as you guys can see, and I'm wondering if TPM 2.0 works on it. If somebody knows if it works or not, please comment down below. That would be great. Please ignore that message on the screen. I did everything I can to get rid of it and I just could not get rid of it for the life of me. So please bear with me. Anyways, we have The Witcher fired up here. We have it at 1080p with medium and low settings and FSR something 2.0 enabled on here. And as you could see, well, the gameplay is very stuttery. Our frames are in the teens and 20s. It doesn't call for a good experience. Well, the game fired up and ran. Processor couldn't keep up with our shit, you know? I loaded up some Black Mesa on here. I actually have never played this game. I was never able to even play it because the game kept crashing every time I loaded up. So this computer just refuses to play Black Mesa. I wanted to fire up one last game, and that being Battlefield 5. And as you can see, this computer just refuses to launch the game. It will only have a white screen. It will stay like that for a few minutes and the game just crashes. This processor is like, nope. You're not playing Battlefield 5 today. Gaming on a dual core is tough, guys. Well, this ain't no cream of the crop CPU, but it was worth a shot. I really don't want to give it a bogus score. For this video, I'm going to take a different approach with it, and I will visually show you what I think. Out of 10. That's exactly what I think of this thing, and that's me being generous, okay? Being nice today. And please comment down below if you want me to throw a stronger CPU in here from this era, the Ivy Bridge era, and pair up another video card with it and make a video on how it performs. Like it, subscribe for more content, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.